Hello. Greetings, 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 greetings. Let me see, is TikTok working? TikTok, are you working? God knows I ain't been on here in a long time. Same thing with this good old YouTube. Ah, peace, Lidra, peace. Hello, everybody. Can y'all see me? I think you can see me. I see TikTok. I need to create another tab so I can see Instagram. Boom. Yes. Hi. Hi, Annalise. I think I pronounced that correctly. Is that Annalise? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Ooh, and I would pick this black and white background. Can't see none of the comments on here. Peace. I'm so happy to be on here, to be back live again, baby. Let me tell you, it's been such a long time since I've been on here to do this. I had to get my life together. Sometimes you must learn. TikTok, are y'all able to hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Sometimes we've got to learn when there is the time to extend and the time to retreat. Performance is as necessary as rest. Hear you. Hi. Okay. It is as necessary as rest. And so we have to know that it is equally as important to give as it is to retreat, to charge forward, and also to come back. Hey, friend, spiritually read the girls. Hey, Michael, how are you? Wait, I didn't mean to send you an invitation. Don't accept it. Don't accept the invitation. I did not mean to send you an invitation. But I'm so happy to be on here. So this is what we got today. Happy to have you back. Hi, listen, I'm here now. I've learned a lot. We're in a different space and we are in a different era of information, a different era of education, new roads. Hey, Chrissy. New roads sometimes calls for new vehicles, new tires, new ways of thinking. And so in the midst of that, the Spirit has brought up to me at this time an entire new system of bringing spirit and strategy on one accord. And this is through the system that I'll call the numbers. Honey, NUMBAS, the numbers. And I will tell you this, if you paid attention to any of the videos I posted on TikTok, any of the videos I posted on my Instagram, in regards to that, hi Latrice, how are you doing? In regards to that, you should then know and see that people lie, but the numbers don't lie. I've talked a lot about the Trump administration, and I'm going to continue to talk about the Trump administration and keep my foot on their what next, and also keep my people what steps ahead. We already know and have established what the energy of this month is going to be. It is of the universal number 8. That universal 8 number does nothing but increase performance. So this is why we're seeing all these broad strokes and broad moves. And it is all psychological warfare to get you upset, get you nervous, get you scared. What they don't anticipate is our divine ability to pivot. They don't anticipate our divine ability to survive and thrive again. They don't anticipate our divine ability to give meaning to everything we see. Should you choose to, because now they're trying to go after, for example, gay marriage. Should you choose to do that, okay, and because you have good old priests and priestesses and spiritualists who will do ceremony that bring the couple and bind them together spiritually, and it will mean more than your pieces of paper. And we also have lawyers and things for us to understand how to legally connect all of our funds and all of our things together, so that whether or not you think that you're going to be stopping anything, you're not. So we got to remember that we are a pivoting people. We got to keep that at the forefront of our minds. We are a pivoting people. And it is in our ability to pivot. It is in our ability to think again. Thank you so much, Hindi. I honor you, and thank you for that comment. It is in that ability that we have our true power, and we won't be defeated. We're not going to play into your game. You're not going to get us riled up. As some folks now have said, honey, you keep playing on our top, we'll leave. Okay? And have already done that and are doing that. Okay? And so you're not going to get us in any way. Should we choose to be here? Should we choose to leave? That's where we're at. So today, as a part of the number system, I have created a way to unlock and understand your wealth code. So this, of course, is a more condensed version in our time here together with the readings we do on the live, but you'll get the information necessary. What you got to understand, the difference between numerology and Afro-Numerology, which I have coined and that I practice, is that we recognize the numbers as spirits. Okay? We recognize the numbers. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me close this out. Yes, so we see the numbers as spirits. We see in this Afro-Numerology, Alafia, we see the numbers as messengers. Each number has an energy. Each number has a personality. Each number has gifts and curses, if you will, associated with it, just like an energy. The numbers are also spirits because they are eternal. Hey, yes, it has been a while, but I am here. They're eternal. People live and die, but the spirit and the numbers never leave. Okay? The same 7 that guided ancient priests then is the same 7 that guides us here now. Okay? The numbers also hold memories, ancestral memory, cosmic memory. The entire universe is structured off of numbers. All right. And so what we are able to do, let me also say this, the numbers are not random. So the issue when you try to type in angel numbers and then Google gives you 565,000 different definitions, it's not the same thing with the numbers. The numbers here are relational. They're not random. Okay. They interact with each other. And so in this sacred count, in the number system that I have created here, our numbers have different meanings. You have your birth gate number, you got your soul nature number, got your ancestral current, and you got your divine mission, and other numbers therein. But regardless, just know that the numbers don't lie. And with the clients that I've worked with, and we have ran the numbers, as I said, the numbers don't lie. So what I need, I see D, I got you D, and I have Felicia. What I need, D, is for you to, and for those sending in, I should have given you this earlier on. I need your full birthday. Send that in with the Cash App. For right now, you can put it into the comments. If you've already sent before I got through this. Latrice says, I'll be in South Africa in 2 weeks. Yes, congratulations. Come on, South Africa. Listen. Yeah, so we won't be defeated. And I'm here as the worst nightmare of the industry. I'm here as the worst nightmare of the attempt. I'm here as the worst nightmare of the shakedown. It's me, sweetie. So y'all should have took me out of here when you had the chance, because I have come, me and others have come to help and free the people. Okay, so D, we have you, 6473. And I need you to pay attention to what I tell you your sacred count is, because these are going to be your strongest numbers, okay? You need to have this number written down on all your workings, okay? So let me just see here. Do some calculation here. I am the worst nightmare, Latrice, and so are you. All of ours. Okay, I see you. 430, 975. Okay, I got you. We're coming here as the worst nightmare, sweetie. Should have took us out when you had the chance and when you had the opportunity, and now the opportunity has passed. Let me just do one more calculation and then we'll be ready. Mm-hmm. Three. Okay. Platform. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because primarily directs people off the platform. Girl, whatever. Everybody that's supposed to be here is going to be here. Anyway, we're not worried about them people. Y'all need to come join me on YouTube or Instagram. Okay. We're not worried about TikTok. Okay, going forward. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. So this is the wealth code for you. What this is going to explain for you, AD, is your connection to wealth, how each of your sacred count numbers both encourage wealth, attract wealth, deflect wealth, and what you need to do to bring into alignment with that. So we're going to cover how to attract it for you, how to keep it, okay, and also how to remove the blockages, okay? And then I'll give you a good old mantra to keep on your tongue. But first, you got to know, AD, is that your sacred count number, these are the numbers that you need to hold on to, is 6, 4, 2, and 3. Those are the numbers of your design. 6, 4, 2, and 3. Your birth gate number is 6. If y'all are in my Patreon, I just started a new Patreon. Go to my bio, okay, and then you can look at it there. And you can join the Patreon. I explain what each of these numbers are, and we're going to do a whole bunch of work in that space. So it's 6, 4, 2, 3. Your soul nature number is the 4. Your ancestral current is the 2. Your divine mission is the 3. So what does this mean? First, when you entered into the world, D, you came in through the harmony gate. So what you got to know is that wealth flows through service for you. Wealth flows through relationships and through responsibility. Okay, so you're naturally good at creating beauty, at creating balance, at creating environments that people want to be a part of. That can be monetized in business, in design, in healing, and also in work for your community. Those have my favorite numbers my whole life. They've been your favorite, period. And now you know why. It's a part of your sacred code, your sacred count. Okay, that's why they've been your favorite numbers. All right. Now, what is revealed here may not be something that you do, but what is revealed here is how you can get alignment with that wealth. So maybe you can shift some things, rethink some things, or figure out how to incorporate this in what it is that you're doing. So that soul nature number, that 4, this is the number of the builder. This is the spirit of the builder. And so you thrive with structure. You thrive with planning. You thrive with consistent effort. So you're not someone that builds wealth over risky ventures. You build wealth best with step-by-steps. And thus you prefer there be solid, tangible results over those risky ventures. He said, that's me. Yeah. Solid, tangible results over those risky ventures. Okay. Your ancestral current number. Now, this is the number that of the spirit of what your ancestors have passed through you, and also how they both work, best work in conjunction with you. So your number is 2. That's the number of your ancestral current. Okay. Your bloodline carries financial themes tied to partnerships, tied to alliances, tied to relationship bonds. So there may be for you, and have been and will continue to be, ancestral lessons surrounding trust, surrounding dependency with other people, and surrounding sharing of resources. Okay? Your divine mission number is 3. You carry the spirit of 3. This is the number of the expansionist. Okay? So your ultimate path is to grow beyond your limits. It's to express yourself freely. It's to use your personality and your creativity. Hence your personality. When I tell you, I remember having a session with you and I was screaming the whole time because you are so funny and charismatic, and that makes you great at business. I don't know who just sent in their thing. Let me see. Someone else sent it in. I got you, Christina. That makes you great at business and communication. All right. So when you can express yourself, when you can use your personality, that helps to grow your abundance. Now, your connection to wealth. So you are naturally grounded in financial matters. You got that 4 energy, which gives you that stability. And then you got that 6 and that 2, that gives you a magnetism when it comes to relationships. Okay? Hi, people on Instagram. That gives you magnetism when it comes to relationships. Okay? So people trust you, and people trusting you opens doors to money-making opportunities. So your divine mission number, being that number 3, says that your long-term financial success will come when you combine your reliability with visibility. So people need to see you, and they need to hear you, in order to invest in you. You understand that? They need to see you. They need to hear you in order to invest in you. And you got to believe that your personality and how you express will be enough. Because that's where your money maker comes in. They'll be like, I just talked to her and I love her. And for some reason, I'm just going to believe that she's going to do what she says she's going to do. And so I'm going to give her my coin to do it. Okay? So, quick tidbits. And of course, this is recorded on YouTube. So go back and watch it. Or some of y'all like to screen record. Do what you do. So, how to attract wealth. First thing, offer stability in a shaky world. And we real shook up right now. Offer stability in a shaky world. So you need to go into your workspaces, go into business ventures, presenting yourself as a rock, presenting yourself being consistent, being dependable, being trustworthy. You should lead with that. Okay? Always get that from people. Yeah. You should lead with that. If you lead with that, that automatically is going to increase your chances of wealth and financial prosperity in that connection. Okay? You can also blend beauty with business. And what do I mean by that? Anything that's involving aesthetics, that involves caring for people, or creating spaces are going to be lucrative for you. So even if you find somebody with a beauty business, like, you know what, let me put some money and invest in this, or let me spend with this, it's going to be prosperous to you because of that number 6 energy you have. Anything that deals with care, if it is something about taking care of folks, if it's a boarding home, if it's any business connected to any type of care, it's going to be lucrative for you. Okay? So keep that in mind. You're going into that. Clarify it. What you said, what are you going into? Greetings, Hood Fairy. Help me understand so I know exactly what you're talking about. Also, where's my... Hold on, I need to grab my chapstick. Give me 1 second. Oh, is it synced? Nope, that's not my chapstick. Creating a self-care line of products. D, stop lying. Are you serious? D. Guess what? Congratulations. That's directly in alignment with what will take you to the next level with your wealth. So, congratulations. All right. So, networking strategically. Okay. That ancestral current 2 draws money in through partnerships. So don't be afraid to connect with somebody. Make it as long as it feels right. Okay. Couple tidbits on how to keep your wealth. Stick to the systems. If you have created a system for the way to bring your money in, stick to your system. Create more systems. You need a system. It cannot be something that's all over the place. Steady systems, steady streams of income, stuff that's steady. That's the way to go. Don't overgive either, because you got that 6 energy, and that 6 energy will cause you to drain your wealth through constantly helping people. We got the emotional boundaries. We got to set the financial boundaries. Okay. Yeah. Make sure that because that partnership energy is so critical for you, that you get all your stuff in writing. Make sure you get all your stuff in writing to just avoid misunderstandings. Okay. Now, how you remove financial blockages for you. One, with that 3 energy you got to release the fear of taking up space, the fear of being seen. Hiding is going to limit your potential. Also have to let go of, I got to do it all by myself. That 2 thrives in collaboration. Your ancestors are really going to show out and help you financially through your collaboration. Okay. Here's the other thing. Don't undercharge when it comes to your products that are for self-care. You don't want to undervalue harmony work. That's that 6. So stuff that takes your emotional labor, that takes aesthetics, that takes care, they have a monetary value. Charge for them. Okay? And as you're working with your ancestors, pray towards elevating and healing wounds around relationships, wounds around partnerships. Okay? Address your fears connected to partnership wounds. Address fears connected to betrayal, and recognize that ain't got nothing to do with what we're doing right now. Okay? Got it. So hold this in your heart. My stability is magnetic. My partnerships are profitable. And my presence opens doors to abundance. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Dee. I was going to say, I hope it resonated. I know it resonated because the numbers don't lie. Now, Negroes lie, but numbers don't lie. Okay. You have touched on everything I've been processing. Listen, from the ethers to the earth. Ashe. Good. I got Felicia next. Then I have Christina. Hey, Felicia. Thanks, Darcy. On point as usual. Thank you. Hey. Hey, Divine Experience. Let me see. Felicia put her birth date up here. 4/30/1975. Gotcha. Okay. Let me do my calculations. 30. Oh, yeah. Not that voice. Not the whoa. That voice is crazy. Whoa. the vibrato. You got to let them, oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're not saved and holy. If, if the mothers don't have that, you're not saved and holy. Oh, yes. Hey, Glow, love you back. Oh, yeah. And it's something about that. Oh, yeah. That oh, yeah, got to be the same word. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah. Okay. Let me just make sure this is right. Woo. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, mother. That's how they be. They be like, "Oh, pass me not, oh gentle Savior, oh Lord, hear." It's when they land and they shake that thing out. Oh Lord, hear. Okay. All right. Listen, y'all know I come with the shenanigans. If you let me shenan once, I'm going to shenan again. All right. So, Felicia, your sacred count. These are the numbers. Okay. I want you to write these numbers on every prayer, every working, whatever you got. Write these numbers. I believe in these numbers. Let me tell you something. That's going to be my tattoo, my sacred count. Because that is your access code to the things that you want and the things that you need in this here life. Christine, that's how your grandma give? Oh, Lord, yeah. Okay. Your sacred count is 4, 3, 22, and 11. Mighty God, you carry 2 master numbers in your sacred count. Oh, well, I thank God. Okay? 2 master, you got 2 master numbers. 4, 3, 22, and 11. It's 11. Master number 11. All right? So let's get into this. Because you set up for a whole bunch of success here. All right? First and foremost, that 4 lets me know that structure, discipline, and long-term planning, that's your thing. That's how your money's going to come. EBB Shaddai. That's how your wealth comes. You build wealth through your order. You build wealth through strategy, and you build wealth through the consistent action. So you do better when your money is connected to something that is a system, something that is structured, something that is orderly, when it's connected to an organization, okay, and physical, tangible results. That's what the 4 blesses you with in the financial realm. That 3, that is the spirit of the expansionist. So again, your creativity, your charisma, just like the sister woman before you, your communication, those are your natural strengths. Anything that starts to, yes, consistency. So to that, anything that starts to be inconsistent all over the place, You need to be redirecting your dollars different places. Anywhere where it's like, okay, this is getting too I can't expect, these changes are too rapid and like unpredictable. I need to put my money in different directions or somewhere else that has that consistency. Okay? Because that's going to work against your wealth code. So your money is going to flow when you use your voice. Your money flows when you use your personality. Your money flows when you use your ideas to reach people. Okay? So that's connected to your soul nature. When we talk about your ancestral current, what your ancestors have imbued in you when it comes to finances, how they have what you've inherited from them, and how they best work through you. You got the master number 22. I want you to know that even connected to this country of America, I know you've relocated. I think, did you relocate? I think you relocated. I remember that's what we were talking about at one point. Your master number 22, all of the billionaires, got it. Every billionaire that I've seen has certain numbers in their sacred count. That master number 22, a 4, and maybe even a number 1, and maybe 8. I see 8s, 4s, 22s, and 1s. You're in Thailand. Oh, come on, Thailand. You have that master number 22, and you have that number 4. So, period. So what your ancestors have gifted you in your bloodline, you carry. That is the number, the master builder. You carry immense energy and the spirit of large scale creation. So if you wonder why you can't do nothing little or nothing small, everything you do got to be, it's because you got that master number 22. You can't just have a regular party. The party got to be extravaganza. You can't just have a regular this. It has to be grand. Your house can't be a regular. It has to be grand. Your outfit has to be grand. You would be going against your design if you didn't do that. So building businesses, building communities, your properties, movements, they all of that is the blessing and how your ancestors work through you to get you to that level of wealth that you desire. Oh, will this work if I plug this up here? Oh, hi, yada. EBB, I can just plug this thing up here. All right. So if y'all ain't noticed, we're getting the people the keys today. Okay, we getting the keys. I need this ring, but I don't have Cash App. You have Venmo or PayPal? If you have Venmo, baby, because we're not playing games here. We're getting everybody the codes. If you have Venmo or PayPal, Nicole? I don't know what my PayPal is. So my Venmo is darcellandre, and my PayPal is, I probably should. And my PayPal is the inner light spot. And you should see my face on both of those. Okay, going forward. Hey, everyone, by the way, I almost forgot my manners. It's okay. Hey. All right, let's continue. So you got that master number 22. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? You got the master number 22, that you are the master builder. So I want you to notice how a lot of your lessons come are around the burden of responsibility, being responsibility for other people, or having a great pressure put on you to succeed. And not just to succeed at a minor, you have to succeed at a grand level. Okay? That's because that's that ancestral pressure. That's that master number 22. Felicia, do you see the lie? I'm looking for the lie. Do y'all see the, where's the lie at? Okay, I got you, Kiara, and I also got you, who else can I put? I got A. Taylor Cooks, and I got Kiara. I got you. Okay. Boom. No lies detected. So that's that. Your divine mission number is that master number 11. This is the number of the visionary. So your mission, while you're here, and how this connected to your wealth, is to inspire people, is to enlighten people, is to use your work and your leadership to guide others towards new possibilities. So that will be your ultimate wealth builder. That will be a wealth builder that will be consistent with you as long as you are here on this earth. So you can have the properties, you can do this, you can do that, you can do those things. But the wealth builder that's going to be with you and hold to you and stick to you till you get on up out of here is that which is connected to you, inspiring and enlightening people. Okay? Now, master builder energy, that you got the natural balance of that 4 and that 22, plus the charisma of that 3 and that 11. This here means that you can both create structure for wealth and you can draw people to it. I've also found that real estate ventures are excellent for people with these numbers. Easy. Easy. So should you be in Thailand and want to invest in real estate, that's going to be successful. I don't want you to mince my words. It's going to be. Because you are designed to be successful connected to those things. Okay, been considering that. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Think also, let me say this. With that 4 and that 22, when you merge that discipline and that consistency with that ability you have to inspire people, your money multiplies. Your money multiplies. So if you go into the real estate opportunity and you are investing in real estate, and then all of a sudden now you're creating content as an expat to Thailand, how we're going to build wealth internationally takes off. And I want to tell y'all, this is not something that is, I'm supposing. This is something that I'm telling you is going to happen. Okay? If you lean in that direction. Okay? So you attract your wealth through your ideas, leading with your ideas. Speak, present, pitch, use your voice, Felicia, and your vision. That's what sells your work. Your voice and your vision. So you speaking on it, you seeing it, that also gives you a natural spiritual gifting of clairvoyance and sight seeing. Okay, you got the sight. Use your voice and your vision. All right. Also, I want you to think about long-term projects. That ancestral current, that 22, about 1 second, about maybe an hour. You better call, what's the name to send it, have it sent here? Mandy. Tell her get on the app then. Okay. So I want you to think about stuff that is not a quick financial turnaround. Okay, don't no quick financial turnaround. I want you to think more so in long-term wealth building. I'm so sorry, Asha Mama. I didn't even see this comment, but I have my cash up there on the screen. Okay? Because you're meant to build long-lasting things. Your wealth income is supposed to last decades, not just seasons. Not when you got that 4 and that master number 22. And so this is also going to be your key. We love small businesses, small starts and things like that, but you need to align yourself with large scale missions. Real estate, as I said, big businesses, big organizations, cultural projects. Those are your sweet spots. You are not an energy of working with somebody trying to come up. You are in the energy of showing up and connecting with those who are already up and lending them your voice and your vision. A realtor just reached out to me yesterday. That's it. Listen, I'm telling y'all, the numbers, when we start looking at the things right, they don't lie. Yes. So go in that direction. That's exactly it. Once you have created those systems and things, then I want you to then teach your systems. This is later on. Once you've established them, the people are going to come to learn those systems. Okay? I got you, Rico. All right? That's later on. So you lock in your structure. This is how you're going to keep it. You lock in your structures. You avoid scattering your energy because that 3 soul nature of you can get distracted. You got to stay rooted in that 4 energy. Stay rooted in that discipline. Okay? I know you could be thinking of 5 things. Get rooted in something and grow that. And then you could ease onto something else. For Deja. Okay, I got her on the thing too. Okay? So true. All right. And also protect your vision. Let your spirit be a discerner for you. Discern if this person, because that master number 11, that is an illuminator, but you got to think of it like a light bulb. It's going to help people that need to see get to you, and it also attracts bugs. So you will have admirers and opportunists coming towards you. So you want to safeguard your intellectual property. You want to make sure that you are not just giving all your stuff away. The people are going to have to pay you. Okay? Here's what to release. The fear being too big. Okay? Being too bold. Being too this. Release that fear. Because your master number 22 calls for the boldness. In any way that you play small, you are damaging your design. Even when it comes to partners, your relationship partners need to recognize that you are the one. Okay? That's it. And you have to see yourself in that way. And there's a healthy way to do that. without, being arrogant or whatever. But God damn it, you can't play yourself small. That will go against your design. Okay? Stop undercharging also for your visionary work. Your insights have a monetary value on it. Period. Period. And the last thing I want you to do to remove those blockages is to heal the wounds of ancestral pressure. The idea that success comes at the cost of your peace and at the cost of your joy. Course correct that thinking. Course correct that. Okay? Because that has been, unfortunately, a downward side of your ancestry, where they've done the things, built the things, but we're not happy. Listen, if you live a Christian experience, then you should know that Jesus already died. You don't have to be the sacrifice. Okay? You do not have to be the sacrifice. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's what we got. You're so welcome. And again, we looking for the lie, and the lie can't be found. Okay. Holy Ghost. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Got it. All right. Next on my list, and I'm going to close my list now because I have Christina, Taylor, Kiara, Martise, Deja, and then I have Ricole. And that will be it for this. What day is this? This afternoon. What time of day? That'll be it for this afternoon. All the other people, listen, we have one-on-one section and book me, and we could do the things. We're gonna go in decency and in order. Christina, what's your birthday, Christina? Every praise, every word of worship on one accord. All right. 526. Yeah, I need the year, Christina, too. Listen, we're here to get the answers. Hold on. We're here to get the answers and the keys. Okay? We're not going to be spiraling into metaphysical wormholes anymore. This is what you need to do. Okay. Okay, let's go forward here. Got it, Christina. When I tell y'all, the Spirit had to have me go to my lonesome to figure this out. But now that I got it figured out, ain't no stopping us now. We don't. Okay. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. All right, so here we go. Let's make sure this is right. Did I calculate this right? 17. That comes to 8. Boom. All right. So here is your code. All right. And these just, you want to hold on to these sacred, this sacred count number. You want to hold on to it because this is the access code to the full alignment in every direction. So your access code number is 5. This is your sacred count. 5, 8, 8, 3. 5, 8, 8, 3. So your birth gate number, you came through that number 5. That's the freedom gate. So you are wired for wealth through adaptability, through versatility, and through movement. All right, Christina? So opportunities come to you when you stay flexible. Opportunities come to you when you embrace change and when you position yourself where new trends and new openings are appearing, excuse me. All right, that's the freedom gate that you came in. So old, stagnant, not wanting to learn stuff, not wanting to evolve, not wanting to do this and yeah. Hello? Okay, what's the last thing you heard me say before it cut out so I can go back? That's how you know it's good information. They want to try to mess it up. Need to be flexible. Oh, yeah. So sorry. So you are wired for flexibility, right? That's that 5. It needs to be movement, needs to be adaptable. So your opportunities are going to come when you continue to allow yourself to be in environments that change, that evolve, where something new happening, not in environments where they do the same old thing every single day and they don't, there's no evolution. Places where they don't want to change, where they don't want to evolve. Okay. That's not going to work for you. Okay. In addition to that, your soul nature number is that first 8 you got. This here is the spirit of power. So you have a natural instinct for leadership. You have a natural instinct for authority. You have a natural instinct for resource management. So that explains why I get bored so easily. Exactly. So your wealth flows when you step into decision-making roles and when you control key assets. That's when your wealth flows. All right. When we talk your ancestral current number, it's also 8. This is the number and the spirit of generational power and also wealth karma. So let me explain that. You inherited both the ambition and the challenges of the 8 energy. So you got the ability to build and hold wealth, but also the task of breaking patterns of loss, patterns of exploitation, patterns of misuse of power in your bloodline. So you may find that's the reason why you come up against authority figures who are mishandling things in your family. You having to battle them, fix what they got going on, correct it, and because that's a part of your ancestral job and duty. So what does that mean? You can't align yourself where you see coins and stuff being exploited. You can't align yourself where you see there's someone who is misusing their power. You can't just work around it. You can't align with that. But your divine mission, this is what I love about this. Is how I know y'all supposed to be successful. Your divine mission is a 3 with the spirit of 3. So again, as I said earlier, that's the number of the expansionist. Your ultimate purpose is to grow beyond limitations. And this also is something where you got to share your personality and your ideas and your thoughts widely. So hiding, cannot hide. Your visibility is going to get you that influence and going to get you that abundance. So think about what you already do working with others and helping them heal, and how can you bring that to a platform or some case of some kind. And let me explain something to y'all, and I'm gonna hold y'all hand when I say that. I'm gonna hold your head wrap. We either gonna get with the future or we're gonna be left in the past. We go off about the podcast bros making videos and talking about stuff, but guess what? They are also making money. But could you imagine if just as many people who are speaking the right things and who are actually being helpful made themselves visible for people to get that help? So this is not the time where we can just hide in the background. We have to make ourselves visible. Okay? So you got that 5883. That's your sacred count. 5883. This is so potent, Christina, for huge money moves. Huge money moves. And this works best with the combination of flexibility and discipline. That double 8 you have in that sacred count gives you a high wealth ceiling, but it also attracts high stakes lessons in money management. Okay? So I don't know if you think at whatever age you are now that, you touching the ceiling. You're not. Not if you're not in high wealth, you're not, because that's a part of your destiny. You've only just begun. Okay? So you need to stay in motion. Yeah, and there's different ways to do that. Let me tell you what they do. Even with your clients, you're working one-on-one with your clients, right? I ain't saying you got to get on live and do stuff like I do, but you can make a video talking about techniques and things that work. And you're actually better at it than you think that you are. Your numbers tell me that. That 5 and that 3 is not someone that is not good and receivable on camera or in front of people. You may not like that, but you also have to ask yourself, are you an introvert as a survival response? You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of reasons why we do what we do, but you got to know that you can make a video and post it. You ain't got to be on here like me interacting with people. You can make videos, post those videos, and then people can book consultations with you. And that's one-on-one, just like you with your clients. All right? You attract wealth by staying in motion. Travel, networking, exposure to different environments. You're going to attract wealth like that. You're going to attract wealth stepping into your authority. So negotiate, be direct, lead. Again, your 8s thrive in decision-making roles. You also build wealth by diversifying your income. Having multiple streams of income to match you with that number 5 energy. But that 3 lets me know that your personality, even in our sessions, Christina, let me tell you what you give. You give mother, you give you give calm, you give I could listen to you talk all day, you give that you're going to make me feel better by the time we're done. And in a world like this, you're exactly who we need and who people gravitate to. Okay? So you're going to keep your wealth by staying active. You're going to keep your wealth by making sure you set hard boundaries. Because that 8 can attract users, can attract manipulators. Protect your resources. All right? I'm telling you, your voice, so even if it's just audio, whatever it is, get yourself seen. I'm telling you, you see that it works with your clients, that means it's going to work in the world. So we want to heal the ancestral. This is how we get rid of the blockages. That 8 shows inherited patterns of financial control, inherited patterns of misuse of money or exploitation. So release these by being conscious with your money. Okay? So because you got that number 5, avoid scattering your focus. Because y'all love variety, you can mess up or dilute what you earn if you chase too many lanes at once. Instead, limit the lanes, but find the lanes within the lanes. So if you are in the counseling lane, you can have the one-on-one clients. You can make the videos, right? You can come up with help books or create a hotline, or you know what I'm saying? Diversify what you do within the lane. Okay? And so move with freedom. Lead with that power of the 8s. And you will grow a wealth that will expand you and expand your world. So next time you're doing your working, I'm telling y'all, when I give you your sacred count, write those numbers, 5, 8, 8, 3. 5883. Okay, Christina. Thank you. You're welcome. I think who I had next. Let me see. I got Taylor, Kiera, Martise. Then I have Deja, then Ricole. So A. Taylor Cooks, where you at? Is Taylor Cook on here? Tell me where you at? 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 I don't see where Taylor is. Okay. Well, we're gonna move forward. Kiera, are you here? Thank you. Okay, y'all give me 1 second. Okay, Kiera. Boom. Let's get into it. All right, so ooh. So Kiera, this is your sacred count. 7, 4, 9, and 11. Just make sure. Yes. 7, 4, 9, and 11. Okay. So, because you got that 7, your wealth comes through specialized knowledge. That 7 is so spiritual. That 7 is so analytical. That 7 is such a master of spirituality. That specialized knowledge, that count my 3 favorite numbers. Really? Period. So, you do best when you are the authority in your field. When you offer expertise that people cannot easily replicate. So you are the niche girl. You are the one for the niche. So anything that is niche, that requires your special knowledge, is going to be a wealth magnet for you. Now, that 4 is the builder spirit. So you thrive with stability. You thrive with structure. You thrive with long-term planning. So your wealth is earned through your organization. Your wealth is earned through your consistent effort. So this is a number that speaks to tangible results over quick wins. Okay? So when we look at your ancestral current number, which is the 9, that is the number of the closer and the humanitarian. So your bloodline carries lessons. This is what you inherited from your ancestors. Lessons around completion, lessons around justice, lessons around karmic resolution. Nina. Oh my God. You says here, baby, it was so late. I just saw this. Okay, I'm going to do yours next. I just saw this. I just saw your message just came through, Nina. Jesus, that thing had like a 5-minute delay on it. Okay. Sorry, Kiara. So you may have stories from your ancestors, from your family. The delays in the comments, this is terrorizing me. Because now she think I just skipped her. I didn't just skip you, but it just It just popped up that you commented, but I'm gonna do yours next whenever you see this. Okay. Excuse me, and we're back. So you may have stories in your family surrounding financial loss, surrounding injustice. That now gives you the task of ending cycles and also reclaiming rightful abundance. Okay? So that's what your number 9 gives you. And so this carries a divine mission. Your sacred count carries that 11 in the divine mission. That's a master number 11. That's the number of the visionary. So you have an ultimate path, just like all 11 divine mission number having people, to provide insight, to inspire others. Okay? To enlighten others, to do work that enlightens, that uplifts, and that reveals hidden wisdom, hidden information. And that's where that 7 comes in. Also, y'all do a collective message for everybody. Okay? So you got the count of 7, 4, of 9, and 11. This means that you are the master visionary builder. So that 7 and 4 gives you a methodical and precise wealth building skills. That 9 brings a mission driven approach. As to say, you don't just make money. The money you make, you want it to matter. You want it to make a difference. Oh, I need to close this on here. I'm sorry. Don't send no more cash apps. I'm supposed to close this. Hey, Z's, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, friend. I'm saying sweetie so much. Sweetie. Hey, Nina, I don't know if you caught up now, but like your comments came in like 8 minutes late. So I'm on Kiara. Once I finish Kiara's, I'm gonna do yours. All right. And that 11, Kiara, ensures that your highest financial returns come from inspiring and leading others into a greater awareness of themselves. Remember that master number 11 is the illuminator. It is the illuminator. Okay? So, your key to attracting wealth, Kiara, is specializing. Pick a lane and become the go-to expert on it. Then create high value structures, courses, program, businesses, systems that people can rely on. Okay, that's that 4 energy, 7 and 4. That don't mean you got to be up there talking. It could be just in a written form. Also, tie your work to a purpose. You are the most magnetic when money serves a cause or a vision. Okay? So, leverage your insight. Yeah, good. Leverage your insight. Research, analysis, wisdom sharing that will attract the right opportunities. Okay? And you will keep your wealth. That 4 makes you successful and at long-term stability. So real estate, property, intellectual property, and structured saving helps you to keep your wealth. Okay? Also, you want to avoid drifting from your mission. So you need to make sure you are sticking with ventures that align with your deeper mission to prevent burnout or loss. And also that 9 energy, I know, because I know myself, can give too much. So you want to guard yourself against over-sacrificing. Got to protect your financial needs first. You want to remove your blockages? Release perfection paralysis. That 7 will delay an action waiting on everything to be flawless. You will delay a movement because you need to have everything laid out and figured out. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm reading the comments. Thank you, Martise. Mm-hmm. Can't be doing that. You also want to, we see your comment now. You also need to detach from an all or nothing thinking. So you can dream big, but getting stuck without gradual steps. So there has to be gradual steps to everything. Okay. And lastly, because you got that 7 and you got that 11 and you got that 9, you want to balance your spiritual work with your material focus. Balance the spirit and material. Your wealth grows when you honor both realms equally. So you must build with the wisdom, lead with your vision, and you got to create a wealth that fulfills your higher calling. So go use your fixation and nerd out on something and become a specialist at it. And work that thing. That's going to get you your highest wealth. Okay? Thank you. Okay. I'm doing Taylor Cooks now. After Taylor, it's Martise, and then it's Daisha. And then it's Ricole. Thank y'all for being patient. You're welcome. All right, Taylor. Nita. So This is your sacred count number, Nina. 3, 7, 6, and 7. 3, 7, 6, 7. 3, 7, 6, 7. Write those numbers down and use those numbers in everything you do. And they're all going to be successful. So first, you got the expansion gate. That's your number 3. Okay? That's what March affords you. And so your wealth is also tied to your visibility. Your wealth is also tied to your communication and to your creativity. The more people can see you, the more people hear you, the more people connect to your personality, the more your money multiplies. All right, Nina. That 7 you got, that is the seeker spirit. With this, you will build abundance. Again, same thing with like Kiara, through specialized knowledge, through mastery, through your discernment. Okay? So you are not here for the quick money. You are here for the long-lasting, smart money. Okay? Long-lasting, smart money. Okay? So you are both with that 6 now. That's your ancestral current. You are the healer. That's the number of the healer and the harmonizer. So part of what you got through your ancestry is the spirit or the theme of service, of responsibility, of caretaking. And with it, you also got, is on you now, yeah. You also got the theme of overgiving, the challenge of overgiving. So you may have a financial pattern of you putting others' needs above your own, or sacrificing your personal gain for collective well-being. Like, let me put myself on the line to help everybody. Okay, yay, we on time together. Praise the Lord. The devil tried to stop you, Nina, but we back together. All right. So that's 6. So remember, your ancestral current number is 6, but your sacred count is 3, 7, and 6. And also now 7, another 7, which is your divine mission number. So you are the master of inner wealth. So for you, wealth has to happen here first. It has to happen here first. If the wealth ain't here, it's not going to be out here. So your ultimate purpose here is to cultivate wisdom, is to cultivate integrity, and a legacy that is built on truth. So using your resources to support knowledge, to support purpose, to support higher values, not putting your money behind something that you don't really, that's not really in alignment with you. That's something that you don't really believe in. Okay? So all of that helps the circulation of that energy. Okay? So you carry that 3, 7, 6, 7. Okay? This is the visible expert. So you thrive financially when you balance that 3, which is the being seen, with that 7, which is being trusted for what you know. All right. So that 6 energy you got, that helps you bring a warmth and a care that draws people into you. And that 7 mission keeps your standards high. And Nina, I know that you have always been a woman of high standards. Okay. Okay. So let's continue here. So you attract wealth through you teaching and speaking, workshops, you writing, you speaking publicly. That's a way for you to showcase your expertise. You also attract wealth when you tie money to solutions. So people will pay you for peace. People will pay you for healing. People will pay you for clarity. So anything that you do that can bring any of that to somebody, they're going to pay you. Okay? It's going to be successful for you. All right? Also, you want to leverage your connections, leverage your relationships. I need a full reading. No, we're not done yet. We got some things to do. But yes, we do. You may need a book one so we could get on that. Okay? And now you keep your wealth by making sure you set giving boundaries. Don't give too much so they don't try to wear you out. Also, your money comes through your knowledge. So keep learning. Keep deepening your mastery. Keep deepening your understanding. Invest in training or in research that expands your value. Okay? And then put your money towards income that isn't solely dependent on your daily presence. Okay? And how you save yourself from your blockages? Heal the martyr money story. So you don't got to lose to prove. You don't got to give all your resources to prove that you care. Okay? You also want to release any fear that you have of exposure. So you need to be visible to attract abundance. Then charge your worth when you do charge these people. Okay? You're going to pay me the fullness of it because this is what I have to offer. Okay? And this is the real thing. The last thing. Overanalyzing. That 7 energy can stall progress by waiting for the perfect clarity before moving forward. Trust that knowing. Look at your neighbor and say no and go. Okay? No and go. No and go. All right. Thank you, Nina. Listen, if you want a full session, just slide over to my bio and book whatever you think you need. And we can take care of it, okay? Thank you. Next, I have Martise, then Deja, then Recall. Martisa, you here, girl? Are you here? Martisa, you been yet holding on? Hey, I see you. And everybody holding on TikTok. Hey, I see you there. All right. Six 1987. Gotcha. Let's do 6, 4, 7. Oop. 7. All right, let's get clear here. Let me see. What's your divine mission? All right. Boom. Let me tell y'all some magnets here. We got some magnets. All right. So here's your sacred count, Martise. Hold on to these numbers. Use them for everything. Write them on everything. Listen, you got an application. Hell, write it on the back. Okay, these your numbers. 6, 4, 7, 8. 6, 4, 7, and 8. That number 6 tells us something very clear. Wealth flows through relationships for you, through service and environments. Here's the key, that foster peace and beauty. So you earn best when something that you are doing is improving the lives of other people, whether that is through care, whether that is through design, whether that is through healing, or where that is creating balanced systems. Okay? That's what your 6 brings us. Your 4 brings that builder spirit again. So you thrive in structure. You thrive when there's a set schedule. You thrive when there is long-term planning, because you are wired through consistent effort, through organization, and through creating tangible results. That's how you're wired. Okay? And so that's that soul nature number, the 4. Your ancestral current is a 7. So this is what has come through your bloodline. Your bloodline carries the theme of wisdom. Your bloodline carries the theme of privacy. Your bloodline carries the mastery in niche skills. People being able to do things that you just like, that's not common. I actually got a summer job delivering meals to seniors in my community via Meals on Wheels. Yeah. So then, Martise, let's also think about this. Is there a way perhaps you can actionize that into a business? Think about that. Is there a way to create a business where local restaurants are able to write off things on their taxes or something, and you could do delivery of meals to seniors in that way? Or something to that nature. I'm just shooting in the dark. But That's a way that you could move that into your space, and that's something very niche. I've created a business of transportation and needs met and things like that for seniors in my community, seniors in the city. That's niche. That's very specific. Transportation services, food services, things like that, specifically for seniors. That would satisfy your 6. That would satisfy your 7 and your 4. And also your 8. Because that 8 energy, that's the spirit of power and prosperity. So your ultimate path is for you to step into an authority space where you are the manager of resources, where you are the leader, where you are the authority figure, where you are the owner. All right? So be mindful of that 7 in the ancestral current, where you have an ancestral history, or there are stories of people withholding information, withholding knowledge, keeping their power hidden. And so your task is learning to use your knowledge openly and profitably. Openly and profitably. So that's 6, 4, 7, 8. That configuration, that code makes you a strategic steward. 6 attracts the wealth through people, through partnerships and trust. That 4 energy builds wealth through the discipline and through reliability. You being a reliable person. That 7 adds a high value knowledge and discernment. That 8 means that you are meant to be a master of money and not money the master of you. But you got to step into that leadership boldly and unapologetically. Okay? So build relationships, referrals, right? Partnerships, word of mouth will be key income drivers for you. Create an expertise, monetize on that expertise, package your skills, your experiences, your processes into a service or product. Okay? And present yourself as dependable. Lead with that verbiage. See, I'm even giving y'all the language to lead with. Lead with the verbiage of you being dependable, trustworthy, consistent. That makes the people invest in you long term. I have created a natural blemish healing body butter, peace oil, Florida water, and protection oil. Perfect. Perfect. That satisfies your number 6. Things through care, through design and healing. That's 6. So how can you take that specialized knowledge and utilize that? Maybe that delivery thing. I've never heard of nobody doing herbal deliveries, monthly herbal deliveries and drop-offs, where they get their medicine for the month. Herbal. You see what I'm saying? Just taking that same concept and how you can expand that. All right? So you also can keep your wealth by making sure your systems are unshakable. Also, avoid over accommodating, because that 6 energy, you be doing too much and end up losing out. Okay? We're not doing the over accommodate. And also make sure that you document everything. You can scale your expertise when you document your methods. So all your time ain't being traded for your money. All right. Now, what your blockages are? Releasing the fear of visibility. Again, that's so interesting that's been coming up a lot for everybody. Because that 8 mission needs to be seen, leading to bring in that full abundance. Also, stop undercharging for care work. Your oils, your butters, your things, all that medicine, that has a real monetary value. Believe that and charge accordingly to that. Also, break ancestral secrecy. Using your knowledge to generate public and private wealth, not just to keep it hidden. And it's okay to be a perfectionist, but you got to balance that perfectionism with action. So that 4 and 7, you can get stuck over planning, but that 8 means execution matters. All right. That's your wealth code. And I know you're going to do it and be successful. So congratulations. Okay. Ooh. Back. But that's what you got to do. Let that intuition lead. All right. Good. Now I have Deja. Deja, you here? Deja somewhere, I'm sure. Hey. All right. Oh my God. All right. Give me 1 second. Where is the... Jesus. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. To figure this out real quick. Okay. So, Deja, I need your full birthday, sweetie. 919. Is that 19? Okay, let's see. All right, let's look at this. Ooh, okay. Hmm. Hold on. How do I feel about this calculation? Okay, so this is your sacred code number, okay? It is 9 1 7, and I want you to write 44-8. 9, I'm sorry, 1 7 44/8. All right. So you came in through the 9 gate. This is the completion gate. So you are wired to attract wealth when your work has a meaning, when your work has purpose, when your work has an impact. Money follows you when you're closing cycles, when you're solving problems, and when you're creating lasting results for other people. So hear that. Closing cycles, solving problems, and creating lasting results for other people. All right? That soul nature number 1, this is the origin spirit. So your natural wealth style is pioneering. Okay? This means you should be starting ventures. You should be leading initiatives. And that means that you have to be okay with being the first to try something new. And you got to be okay with that because you are the pioneer. Sorry, not sorry about it. Okay? So, you're driven to be in control of your earning power. All right? Your ancestral current, you definitely have issues with being the first or leading. Yeah, you have to overcome that because that's your design. Now, life might have made you uncomfortable with that, with the things that you have been through, but I need you to see that as a trick of the enemy. A trick of the enemy. Okay? Because that will be against your design. All right? Be comfortable being the leader. Be comfortable pioneering. All right? That ancestral current is the 7. That's the 7. So that means you have a bloodline of a bloodline that carries wisdom, a bloodline that carries spiritual death, i.e., who your mother is. Okay. And I'm sure all of that good spiritual prophetess goodness is all up and through that bloodline. So spiritual death and mastery. So your ancestors more than likely held valuable skills or knowledge that were hidden and that were underpaid. And your task is to monetize and share what it is that you know. overworked and underpaid. Now, in normal numerology systems, they only honor 11, 22, and 33. In this black ass numerology system that I call the numbers, we're going to honor all the double numbers. So you have that master number. Maybe I need to call it something else. I'm just going to call it 44. That's why I said the 44/8. This is a master builder of wealth. A master builder of wealth, a master builder of systems, a master builder of structures. So this is a very rare number. And this is a very powerful mission, because you are also here to build and assist in the building of larger structures, larger scale structures of influence, larger scale structures of abundance, larger scale structures of security, and lasting legacy. And I find that so interesting because, Felicia, weren't you a master number 22? And that also explained those grand scales, large scales. Okay. So you have that, Deja. Got it. That being said, your connection to wealth, right? 91744/8. The visionary architect. So that 9 means that money must be tied to meaningful, purpose-driven work. You can't just be doing something just to do it. That 1 tells you that it needs to be, you are self-directed in earning. That 7 lets me know that your ancestors demand the excellence from you. They've imbued you with excellence. They've imbued you with expertise, and they imbued you with a reputation for mastery. All right. And that mission, that 44 energy, says that your wealth and your potential is massive, but only when you think big. You keep trying to be little, tiny, small, all that. That is working against your design. So you must think big. You must act strategically. You must build systems that are going to outlast you. That's how your mind has to be. Not just what's going to be wealthy and prosperous for me, but what is going to be wealthy and prosperous beyond me. That's the angle that is necessary for the success. The bigger picture, hell, the biggest picture. Okay? So you're going to attract your wealth by leading with purpose. Only take opportunities that align with your vision and your values. To do that will be going against your design. They say I'm the biggest, the largest, okay? Big X the plug. That's what we need. So that 9 energy you have attracts your money through meaning. Also, start new ventures. That 1 energy thrives in entrepreneurship. That 1 energy thrives in original ideas. Utilizing your gifts to do a new and meaningful thing. That 7, you got to have deep specialty. So that 7 current is going to reward you for being the best in your niche. So in example, let's say you're a singer, right? And you do sing. So let's say you have cultivated a way, studied how music, tones, melodies, things like that heal, right? Or something of that nature. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to create this business or this system of you utilizing music or certain note configurations for healing, creating affirmation songs, affirmation music, something like that that someone can use and that be purposeful. Let me shift my music making, writing, whatever, to anthems or something that people can utilize to help them on a greater scale. That's going to give you coin. Look into music healing, look into sound healing, right? And see how you can merge that in the space that you're in. Is it a R&B space? Is it a gospel space? We know that we use in a gospel space, use songs to call the spirit down and all that. But can we also use that gift of music and singing to bring healing to the body or to different areas of life? R&B, jazz for sure. Great, right? So can we just, again, thinking of what is the new thing that we can do? If you lead in the R&B and jazz space, right? So how can we become an architect, architecting that music, architecting that sound to do something in relationships, right? Do something for the listener, because regardless of what it is, it gotta have a purpose on it. And when you slap the purpose on it, that isn't just entertainment, that's gonna take it where it needs to go. Okay? You gotta have that niche. You gotta have it. That's what's gonna scale you. Okay? And also, again, think big. Okay? Now, you're gonna keep your wealth by keeping the purpose at the forefront. I'm telling you, this 9 is not playing no games. Got to keep the purpose at the forefront. When you chase money, clock this, and you know this for yourself. When you chase money that don't have without a meaning, you lose motivation. That's that 9. Okay? Yeah. That's because that's against your design. So, keep the purpose at the forefront. Invest in skill building. All right? Invest in infrastructure. You can, that's going to increase your earning ceiling. Okay? One, remove your blockages. The first blockage, the lone wolf approach. That one is very independent. You want to do stuff your own way. You want to be by yourself. Yeah. Okay. But that 44/8 requires a team to build, to execute the big visions. So be open to collaborating. Second thing is, you're going to also have to heal that fear of visibility. That 7 may keep you private, but dear God, that mission number needs you to be known. Okay, listen, you may have to connect there. Good, you're in Thailand. Okay, great. Y'all ease right over there to Thailand. I'm gonna look at something in just a second. Dear God. Yeah. And also avoid the perfection paralysis. All the 7s got it. That 7, you want to stall because everything ain't exactly this, ain't exactly that, and yeah. Nah, can't do that. Okay. When it come, we need timely execution. Because you will keep, I'm going to get to it later. Then 2 years done passed. Okay? That's my hardest issue. And I'm a Virgo. Damn. So you got the double dose of perfectionism. Okay? So, but again, you got to let go of the small thinking. Biggest block for you with that 44-8 is settling for less than what you're capable of building. You can't settle. Remind me of your sacred count, Felicia. Then I have Rick Cole. Four, 3, 22, and you had the 11. Gotcha. Now let's talk about that. Not 9 is considered the luckiest number in Thailand. That is taking me out. I'm glad I came, for real. Wow. And so also, so the ancient name for Thailand is Siam, Siam. And that comes to a 6. That comes to a 6. Okay, so give me 1 second with this 6. Do a little calculation here because I just need to see something. Boom, of course. So for you, Deja, anything, again, the purpose driven projects, that's going to be in alignment with that 9. 9 is in fact the luckiest number there. I know, I'm back, sweetie. All rise. Yeah, using that 1 energy to position yourself as a trusted guide who helps to uplift the community is going to be helpful there. The word CM is very visible here. Seen it so many times today while out. Wow. Come on. Yes. And so that 6 energy loves people who are reliable, knowledgeable, and approachable. Okay? So I want you to think about property development, Deja, retreat centers, real estate, high-end hospitality, and also social enterprise. A purpose-linked brand, making sure that it's all purposeful. That's going to help you to be the most successful financially there. Felicia. Absolutely. That Master 22, grand scale community projects. Okay, that's the real estate experience. That 3 is going to be on point with that 6 that you got, because being the visible face of the brand, and I don't know if they love Black people there or not, but that's going to make a difference that you are a Black woman. Okay. And making sure that you are combining your message with the tangible results. That's that number 11, because that means you're going to be an inspiration to the people. They're going to be naturally drawn to you there. Okay. So luxury wellness, connecting with that real estate, starting those types of spaces, even looking at creative hubs, artisan co-ops, education programs, things like that. That people are going to sign up and they're going to want to be present for that. Event spaces, anything that can merge that beauty and that practicality. Okay. So together, if y'all go and y'all work together, which y'all should, think about service industries, hospitality, wellness, education, property, that type of things to invest in. Okay. And also, because Thailand has that number 6, presentation and feeling matter. Decline. Presentation and feeling matter just as much as the product matters. Okay. Blending that Western sense expertise with the Thai sensibilities, that's going to be a success. And that land is charged with the energy of needing to trust you, and then they'll buy from you. So they thrive on the people feeling safe with you. So making sure you present that forward, y'all going to be very financially prosperous in Thailand. Okay. Thank you. Ricole, are you here? Listen, we're giving the codes today. All right. You're welcome. Hi, Ricole. Remind me of your full birthday, please. I got you. 72385. Okay, here we go. You're welcome. All right. Recall, here we go. And recall is the last one on my list, and we're done for this afternoon. All right, recall, here's your sacred count. Hold tight onto these numbers. Think of it as your spiritual social security card. Your spiritual SSI. Okay. Or SSN, excuse me. 7, 5, 5, 8. 7, 5, 5, 8. Woo! Recall, I know you be all over the place. I know. That's okay though. We'll get into it with the numbers. So you got that 7 birth gate. That's the wisdom gate. We've talked about this before. A lot of 7s have come through here. Wealth is going to come again. Specialized knowledge, spiritual insight, mastery of a specific field. Okay, you're going to thrive the most when you position yourself as an authority who sees and knows more than most. That's how you're going to be successful. Okay, your soul nature being that 5, that is the spirit of freedom. So you are financially motivated, recall, by variety, by movement, and by you being independent. So wealth is going to grow for you, or grows when you have multiple streams of income and you avoid rigidity that limits your creativity. But like I said, be mindful with this 5 of being so scattered. Instead, find the specialized field and know multiple things in that field. Be able to demonstrate that field in a myriad of different ways. Okay? Your ancestral current is also a 5. This is the adventurer and the change maker. So your bloodline carries themes of adaptability, of migration, of reinvention. So the ancestors may have had to, you may look into your ancestry history, ask some of the folks in your family, or you may have gathered that these are people who had to pivot quickly, who had to survive and thrive, and thus pass on a gift for navigating change. Those are the ancestors that speak to you and through you. Okay? Your divine mission comes to an 8. So this is the spirit of power and prosperity. So your ultimate purpose is to step into authority, to manage resources, and to create a material stability through leadership and through influence. So you carry that 7558 sacred count. This is the strategic opportunist. That 7 is going to bring you depth and expertise. That 5 is going to bring you that double 5 is going to bring you agility and the ability to spot an opportunity and move on that thing quickly. And that 8 is going to ensure you're meant to master power, master money, and master leadership. But you got to add balance. You got 3 things to balance: the adventurous energy of that 5 and the strategic discipline of that 7. You do that, it's gold. So you attract wealth, recall, through the becoming the niche expert. Niche, 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 niche. Some people say, oh, don't find your niche. It's too hard to, baby, let me tell you something. You with anybody with the 7, niche, 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 niche. That's going to put you in a high market value. Okay. You also want to stay flexible. Build income streams that let you pivot. All right. And that 5 means that when you move, Ricole, it's successful. So use movement to your advantage. Travel, network, and change environments that feed your earning potential. So if you need to move, move. If you've been feeling like you need to go somewhere else, go somewhere else. Move. Success comes through movement. Also, moving your money around. Success comes through that. All right? You're going to keep your wealth by grounding that 5 energy. Because that 5 can be, there's a difference between freedom and recklessness. I just thought about moving to Houston. Do it. Now let's check the numerology on Houston to see if it's a match. I tell you what, so let me see. Kaya P, no, my list is closed. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I want to see about looking to that. So, should you choose to move to Houston, Houston will definitely value your expertise because it's a 4. Houston will value your expertise because Houston has so many people, they need niches. So, they will value specialized skills. Okay. That 8 energy of that's your divine mission matches the 4 energy of Houston, because that 4 is respect for authority and tangible success. So you can ride to leadership roles as long as you show yourself reliable. The only thing is 4, you got that double 5. So here's what I would say. Don't you want to be on the move. So should you choose to move to Houston, this is not a season of settling. And let me double check this. Hold on. This is not a season of settling. Let me look at this. Let me double check. We're in 2025, so that should put you at oh, now gag here. Oh, are you just turned 40 this year, Recall? Hold on. Let me be gagged here. Were you thinking about moving within the year? Recall, like before your next birthday. Yeah, Houston, but then there's that hustle. Well, I'll tell you this. That's great. That's great. Houston will be a great place if you choose to move there. It'd be a great place for you. I feel like the move should be there and then anchor yourself. Um, I would say move there, and then should you want to go out of the country, you can do that as well. So, but I don't see a move somewhere out of the country until 2 years after that. I don't know. It's not a settle down type of thing. You need to explore some things. I don't think you've had the opportunity to willingly just explore and do the things, and so this is that phase. Okay. Okay. So don't go and build a whole house in Houston. You're gonna explore. So yeah. I done got off track. Excuse me. I was like, you brought up Houston. Let me look. Yeah. You gotta ground that 5 energy. So that would be a great choice for you. All right. And also we need you to have a personal brand. So I need you to be seen as the go-to expert. Okay. And that's gonna fuel that number 8 mission. Period. Now, the blockages, you can't chase only excitement. I know you that number 5, y'all be addicted to novelty and strangeness and different things and all that. You can choose something that's exciting, but it also has to sustain you. I need you to also release the fear of restriction. Long-term wealth does not mean losing freedom. In fact, long-term wealth gives you more freedom. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Okay. To use it for. Okay. Get clear on that. You got the things of what it needs to be about. But yeah, you need to build you a brand. So think about what connects best. Let me see. Oh, let me see. I'm running the numbers here. Hold on, chat. Do you have any okay, so here's based upon these numbers. Here's some areas you can go into. And I'm just going to give you this, you explore it. Specialized consulting or coaching. All right. You got that 7, that's expertise. That 8 is leadership and authority. So that's great for business strategy, financial consulting, legal advising, spiritual coaching, all that. That's a good field you could go in and be successful. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm telling you what you can do and what will work. Education and training. All right. Anything like that, because it satisfies the 7. That 5 is satisfied with variety, and that 8 builds authority. So be that master classes, certifications, trainings, online courses. Something spiritual, okay. All right. So if you're leaning spiritual coaching, metaphysical coaching, right? You can learn, you study, you get your expertise, master classes, certifications, those types of things, those types of courses. Get that, then you can create those courses and people can buy them for you. Okay. Traveling. lifestyle ventures. Because your 5 loves movement, you can turn that into a specialized offering. Maybe you can look into, a travel agency. Maybe consulting, relocation consulting for expats. You would be successful at that. You got that double 5. You would clear that. You would clear it for real. All right. So I would lean in that. I would lean in those directions. And you clear it. And that 5 is also great for media and for content. So that 5 adapts to trends. That 7, deep topics, deep conversations. That 8 is influential. So if you wanted to also do the traveling, if you wanted to have content, podcast, YouTube, blog, online education platform, you would make it and be successful there. So think about all of that. Your LLC will be successful. Make yourself a go-to expert. Keep flexible offerings in whatever you do. And target high-value clients. Premium rates only. Okay? Thank you, Ricole. Well. I did my first set of readings back with the numbers. Listen. The numbers, the math gonna math. We're gonna be I'm gonna look into it. Thank you. Okay, great. Do it. We are shifting. We are shifting from just spiritual randomness. We are shifting from just all over the place to merging spirit and strategy. That's what we're doing in this season. That's what we're doing. Listen. Okay, we're doing a new thing. It's not a scripture in Isaiah. Behold. Anytime we have behold, you got to say behold and fly back. Behold. I will do a new thing. Okay, ain't that in Isaiah? Behold, I will do a new thing. I think it's in the Quran. Yeah, listen, if you're a Muslim, now ain't no Muslims gonna be on here. They're gonna be looking at me. They're gonna be trying to send me straight to hell and beat me with rocks and everything. Excuse me. But I think it even says in the Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. We got to do a new thing. I think there's another, I don't know if they call it scriptures, but maybe a verse in the Quran that speaks about Allah will not change the condition of a person until they change what is in themselves. Okay, we're doing a new thing. And we're meeting the strategy. So prepare for the numbers. Again, you better join that Patreon, because we're going to be breaking down the things in there. And all the scandalous stuff that I'm not going to do online or break down online, I'm going to do it on there. Okay? So I love you all from a light-filled place. I want you to be well and do well. I want you to keep counting. Listen, don't give up. Start counting. Okay? Because the numbers don't lie. And we're going to keep bringing the messages from the ethers to the earth. I will talk to you all later, because I'm hungry and I need to get me something to eat. Okay. Bye-bye.